Don McCullin is a friend, dear friend. In my opinion, one of the greatest photographers there's ever been internationally. He was in the RAF, as far as I understand, worked in the dark rooms there, and that's where he developed his photography. In other words, he's a self-educated photographer. He's often been described as a war photographer. I don't really describe him as a war photographer. I describe him as a photographer of tension. He needs to be in a place where his adrenaline goes, and that makes him function at his best. So when he does landscape, as he now does, as he's older, he's about the same age as I am. His idea of shooting landscape is to wait till the lightning's there and it's pissing with rain and it's -5 degrees. Then he thinks it's worthwhile going out into the landscape. The particular picture that I swapped with him is a picture that he took in Biafra. It's again what I call the instant hit you in the gut type picture. It's of a woman who is suckling her baby. It is obviously from the picture that she has no milk, and I cannot think of a more sad, one could almost say in some way degrading situation than the mother not being able to feed her child. What is extraordinary about the picture is that you sense with this woman an incredible sense of dignity, in fact. You get an extraordinary sense of that if any human being is going to be able to survive this thing, she is determined to do it. This feeling comes partly from the fact that when Don shoots his pictures, a lot of his pictures are to do with the actual response between the photographer and the subject matter. A lot of his pictures, the people in his pictures are directly looking at him. So he has an extraordinary ability to somehow be simpatico, is that the right word, with the subject matter. You sense that in that instance they trust him. That's a lovely, lovely quality for a photographer to have. He, I suspect, has it more than anybody else I know of. I think it's a great, great picture. Again, I keep saying the same thing, and I have a thing about it, but it's not a picture that needs 5 pages of text to hit you in the gut. I'm not suggesting that somebody later can't do a whole essay of why they think it's a great picture, but it's not necessary in the first instance, Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful picture. To me, stands up against any painting I've ever seen.